Hi, welcome to IDS-100. My name is Lisa Rose and I'm your instructor this term. This may be the first course you've taken here at SNHU. It may be the first college class you've taken, or it could be one of the last classes you're taking. Maybe it's somewhere in between. Whatever the case may be, I want to ensure that you are comfortable with the online format and with me as your instructor. So I thought a little introduction video might be useful. I'll start by introducing myself, then give you a feel for what to expect in the course, and then I'll wrap up with some helpful hints that will help you to be successful in class. So let me give you a little bit of background about me. As for me, I started teaching with SNHU in 2018 after teaching for another online university since 2009. My background is in theater. I have a bachelor's in theater performance and a master's in theater education. With that background, it's allowed me to teach in a variety of different places and a variety of different courses. I've taught theater, art, critical thinking, media in American culture, and general studies courses in traditional classrooms, in community theaters, in theaters, and online. This past school year, I also taught 11th grade American literature for an online high school here in Arizona. And while I enjoyed that experience, I found that I missed working with adult learners. So I'm back to teaching college this year while I work on a second master's, this time in English. In my free time, I enjoy running and hiking and biking and reading. We really love to travel as well, but with COVID, that's been limited recently, as you can imagine. Hopefully things will be changing on that front soon. In December of 2019, my husband Mark retired from a 28-and-a-half-year Air Force career, and we moved back home to Arizona. While he was on active duty, we lived here in Tucson. We lived in Southern Virginia, in Japan, in New Mexico, Hawaii, South Carolina, Nevada, and our last assignment was in Northern Virginia in the DC area. We have 2 adult children, Alyssa, who is here, who lives and works in Philadelphia and commutes to New York City on weekends to run her candle business, and Lauren, who's here, who just graduated college in Incline Village, Nevada, and will be moving to Orlando shortly to participate for the second time in the Disney College program there. She was doing that when COVID hit, and then Disney World was shut down, so she's returning to have a complete experience. I'm really excited because that means we get to visit Disney soon. We have a very busy household here. When we moved back to Tucson, my sister Tracy, who's a retired nurse, moved in with us, as did my mom, who has several health concerns that require her to have constant care. So this allows my sister to care for my mom and for my husband and me to help her to care for her. In addition to all the humans, we have a lot of animals. We have a golden retriever named Teddy, who's 3, but he behaves like a puppy still. I'm wondering if he's ever going to grow up. We have my sister's Maltipoo, who you can just see here, whose name is Brody. He cannot stand my dog Teddy. We have my cat Shinzy. I don't have a picture of him up here. My sister's cat Moxie. We have 2 birds, my sister's cockatiel Spencer and my parakeet Cosmo. And then when Lauren is home, we also have 2 cats, her 2 cats, Minxie and Lily. So it's a lot, but we really love our furry and feathered family as well. So I want to know about you. Please share in the general questions area of the classroom and share a little bit about yourself. And ask any questions that you have of me or of the class. You'll also have an opportunity to share about yourself and to learn more about each other in the week 1 discussion called Getting Started, Liberal Arts in Your Life. So please take advantage of all the opportunities to get to know one another. It always feels more like a community in an online classroom when you get to know each other as much as you can. So about the class, IDS-100 is a course that introduces the liberal arts. I'm sure you're familiar with the term liberal arts and have a sense of what they are. However, with the class, we're going to take an in-depth look and explore the 4 different lenses of liberal arts, which are natural science, social science, humanities, and history. We'll consider how those lenses are similar and how they're different in how they approach any topic. And we'll really evaluate the importance of looking at any topic through multiple points of view. This class is a really good way to kick off a college career, but it's also a good way to reinforce what you've already been studying. It's full of great university resources, and it's a really good way to get acquainted with the tools that you have at your disposal as an SNHU student. As the course progresses, I'll be sharing more videos related to specific course concepts and materials, so please be sure to check announcements every time you log into class because that's where I'll be sharing that. So a few things I'd like to mention as we kick off the course. Each week, I will post an introduction to the week, a midweek check-in, and a wrap-up. Please take the time to review these as I'll include helpful resources and detailed information about the weekly assignments there. Please be sure to read all directions and use all material for each assignment. There's a grading rubric posted for each major assignment, and these rubrics clearly state my expectations for every assignment. So if you refer to that like a checklist along with the weekly instructions, you'll be sure to meet all the requirements for the assignments. The course moves pretty quickly, so before you know it, the 8 weeks are up. I encourage you to work to plan ahead in order to stay on top of all the course requirements. Planning is going to leave you time to ask for clarification when you need it. Keep in mind this is as an asynchronous classroom. If you ask me a question, but I've already signed off for the day, I won't see it until the morning. So using that as an example, if you're waiting until Sunday, let's say, to ask a question about the assignment that's due that night, and I don't see it until I check back in on Monday, you're going to not have any time to utilize my response in your assignment that's due that day. So just make sure to plan ahead as much as you can so that you're able to use the feedback that you get. Please always read the feedback as well that you get on assignments. I take a lot of time to provide thoughtful and useful feedback on assignments. So please be sure to take the time to open that each week, read the feedback, and apply it to your next assignments. Our assignments scaffold and build on one another, so you'll want to ensure that you're applying the feedback you get on one assignment to the next assignment. If you have questions about how to access the feedback, please let me know and I'll be happy to walk you through it. Please also take the time to proofread your assignments before submitting them. Many times minor errors can be caught that way. One thing you might consider is reading assignments aloud. This is a trick that I use before I submit assignments or before I complete some kind of a project that I'm working on. I always read it aloud because that really highlights areas that would benefit from revision. Please attend my weekly open office hours. I'm going to be holding Zoom office hours each week, and this is a great way to get answers to your questions and to even meet your peers and me in person. I'll post announcements regarding meeting times, so please be sure to be on the lookout for that. The most valuable tip I can give you is to please ask questions. I'm here and I'm ready to help you. Please reach out. It's not only my job to help you, it is genuinely my pleasure to help you. I want you to succeed. I want you to do your best, and I will do whatever I can to help you, but I can only do that if I know what you need help with. Please contact me via email, in the class discussion forums if it's something that others might need to know as well, and you can call me, you can text me. My phone number is listed in many places. I'll provide it here as well. It's 520-369-2498. I encourage you to use that. I'm always happy to speak with you. Please don't ever hesitate to contact me. All right, I think that's enough to start with. Please take the time to get to know your classroom. Check out all the information, talk with each other in the discussion forums if you like, and keep in touch with questions and really make this feel like home. Once again, welcome to IDS-100. Let's make this a great term.